Students School of the college, I extend a very warm and hearty welcome to our esteemed resource person, Dr. Manjeet, our worthy Vice Principal, Dr. Vinika, members of the staff, and participating students. Innovation cell of our college has been set up as per MHRD guidelines to encourage the creative energy of our students to work on new ideas and innovation and promote them to create startups and entrepreneurial ventures. If you look at the history, innovation doesn't come just from giving people incentives. It comes from creating environment where their ideas can connect. And innovation cell of our college is striving hard in this direction. So before we proceed further, let me inform all of you that with the support and blessings of our esteemed management and under the guidance of our honorable principal and dynamic leadership of President of Innovation Cell, Dr. Taranjit Rao, we have successfully completed the activities of the first two quarters. And now, with the blessings of our Vice Principal, we are going to start with the third quarter. So now may I request our worthy Vice Principal, Dr. Ginikang, to formally welcome and introduce our resource person, Dr. Manjeet Kaur, to the participants. Over to you, ma'am. Ma'am, you need to unmute yourself. Ma'am, you need to unmute yourself.
Yeah, got it. Is that okay? Am I audible now?
Yes, ma'am, you are audible now.
All right. Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Raman. And a very good afternoon to everyone. Dr. Manjeet Kaur and coordinator Dr. Taranjit Rao, our faculty, and the dear students. Of course, it's my proud privilege to introduce Dr. Manjeet Kaur, of course, who's been part of our institute, the resource person for today's session. She's a very dedicated and experienced academician with zeal for research and provides quality education. With keen interest in entrepreneurship, development, and innovation, she is among one of the few innovation ambassadors recognized by IIC of Ministry of Human Resource Development. And currently, she's working as an associate professor at the University Business School at Chandigarh University. She has a great research record with 21 research papers published in reputed journals and has presented more than 20 research papers in national and international conferences. So more than that, she has 2 books to her credit and has acted as a resource person at various seminars and conferences. So I extend a very warm and hearty welcome to Dr. Manjeet Kaur. And I'm sure with this push from Dr. Taranjit Rao and Dr. Ramandeep, I'm sure your students will find this session extremely interesting and innovative. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. Now, may I request our resource person, Dr. Manjeet Kaur, to start with the orientation session. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Professor Gini. A very good afternoon to all the dignitaries, Honorable Principal Ma'am, Vice Principal Ma'am, faculty members, and students present in this session today. So I would first of all like to congratulate Shri Guru Gobind Singh College for establishing their own institute, Innovation Cell. No doubt, it is the result of hard work of Innovation Committee of College, especially Professor Taranjit Rao and Dr. Ramandeep ma'am and Dr. Anupama. I remember she was also part of this Innovation Cell when this was established. Because today, when I'm conducting this session, I'm feeling a bit nostalgic. As when this Innovation Cell was started, I was part of that team with Dr. Anupama. So I really feel happy that this innovation cell has been set up in their college, and I congratulate the team once again. So now, without wasting any time, we will start with this orientation session. So basically, MHRD has established this Institute Innovation Cell to foster innovation in higher education institutes. So the importance of innovation, as in words of Thomas Edison himself, as he said, there's always a way to do it better, find it. And Albert Einstein, he has also said, if you always do what you always did, you will always get what you always got. So I welcome you all to this session. So as an innovation ambassador, my first duty is to inform about National Innovation Startup Policy, because IIC's Institute Innovation cells are established as per National Innovation Startup Policy. So I will let you through setup policy. I'll be sharing the PPT for same. Just give me a second. Just not able to see it. So I hope you can see it. Raman ma'am, please confirm that all can see it.
No, ma'am, it's not visible right now. Yes, now it's visible. Yes, ma'am, now it's visible.
Okay.
इंस्टाग्राम का भी बोलना सबको फॉलो करें.
So this National Innovation and Startup Policy, it was established for students and faculty in higher education institutes. And what are the main key initiatives of MHRD's innovation cell that is included in NISPs? First, Smart India Hackathon. Every year, all the students and faculties of higher education institutes, they are promoted and their ideas are invited in a competition, Smart India Hackathon, and the winners, they get huge funding from government. And other initiatives of MHRD's Innovation Cell is they have their Institutions Innovation Council to help higher education institutes to promote innovation in their institutes and to support budding entrepreneurs. Then other initiative is utter ranking of institutions innovation. So utter ranking of institutions innovation help in ranking all the higher education institutes so that they get funding as per their level of innovation. And then there is National Innovation and Startup Policy, and then there are international hackathons as well. So international hackathons, all the faculty and students. Why I'm saying faculty again and again? Because Innovation Cell, they promote faculty as well. Faculty can also come forward with their some innovative ideas. So that is why this MHRD, they are promoting faculty as well. That is why I'm saying faculty again and again. So the main purpose of MHRD's Innovation Cell is fostering innovation, changing lives. So this National Innovation and Startup Policy 2019, it was started for students and faculty, and it was launched by Honorable Minister of Human Resource Development on 11 September 2019. And this policy intends to guide higher education institutes to promote students and faculty-driven innovations and startups. So it will be instrumental in leveraging the potential of students' problem solving and entrepreneurial mindset and promoting a strong intra and inter-institutional partnerships. So the main thrust areas of National Innovation Startup Policy is, number one, higher education institutes, there should be strategies and governance for promoting innovation and entrepreneurship. So how it is possible? It is possible by creating innovation pipeline and pathways for entrepreneurs, and by building organizational capacity, human resources, and incentives. But how organizational capacities and human resources are developed in our higher education systems? By providing different workshops, by conducting different seminars, different programs, just like the one you all are attending today, so that all are sensitized about different policies of the government, about different the support that the government is giving. Okay, and workshops are conducted so that the students are motivated, the faculty are motivated to create some new ideas, to come up with some innovative ideas, and do some innovative design, come up with prototypes. And once the prototypes are accepted, then funding is given by government. So second thrust area of NISP is norms for faculty and students driven innovations and startups. So it includes giving incentive to faculty and students for entrepreneurship. So they are giving support in the form of funds, in the form of incubation centers. So, and there are norms for faculty startup as well, because faculty are also, as I already told you, that faculty they are also motivated. They are also given the platform to start their own startups or with some innovative ideas. And the third thrust area of NISP is incubation and pre-incubation support. So what is incubation and pre-incubation support? Incubation is, while for startups, startups usually start from a small level, and it is started by people who usually have very a few resources. So for at that time, so incubation facility is given. For example, some higher education institutes, they have set up their own incubator center. So in their incubator center, they give all the facilities, all the support, and the place for the students, for the faculty to come and just discuss their plans and to work out on their prototypes. So it is basically, instead of a student going to some new place and renting a place to start a new office, there are incubator centers that are available. Government is providing them, and in fact many institutes, they have also set up their own incubator centers to provide all these facilities to their students as well as to the faculty. So then another thrust area is IP ownership rights for technologies developed at higher education institutes. So for example, if any of the student, if they are developing something while taking the support from their institute, while using the incubator center, so but the ownership rights that remains, IP ownership rights, that IP means intellectual property. The intellectual property ownership rights remains with the person who has got that idea. But if the student is using this incubator center, so out of profit they have to give some money to the institute. Then another thrust area of NISP is pedagogy and learning intervention for supporting innovation and startups. So there should be different, as I told you, there should be different workshops, different boot camps should be conducted, so that innovation should be promoted in the institute. And then there is entrepreneurial performance impact assessment also. So as per NISP, all the institute innovation, the institute's innovation cells, they will be assessed at end of every quarter as well. And the main features of the policy are creation of innovation fund for supporting innovative projects and startups by allocating minimum 1% of institution's total budget. So it means if the government is supporting the institute, if the government is supporting the students and faculty for their startups, for their for establishing their new product with their prototype. So in that case, it is the liability of institute to provide at least 1% of their budget as well, apart from the support that they will be getting from government. Then another feature of the policy is that academic break for a semester or year to work on their startup. So students as well as faculty, they can get academic break for a semester or year so that they can work on their startup. And students, they can get credit. It is for all those universities which follow credit-based system. They will get credit for working on innovative prototype or business model. Student will get credit for same. And 2 to 9.5% of equity or stake in startup or company by institute's incubator. It means the institute which is providing the incubation facility to the students or faculty, they will be getting 2 to 9%, 9.5% of stake in that startup. And the complete ownership of IPR, that will be by the inventor only. And another highlight feature of this policy is that services that are offered by institute in lieu of this equity, that due to the equity, that will be based on zero payment model. So it means if the students are using the incubation center, they do not have to pay anything, but the institute will have 2 to 9% of equity in that startup. So these are some of the key highlights. Because I know there are many students in the session, and I don't want that they should get bored by this. So I will be sharing a short video. Just give me a minute so that you get good understanding. I'm sharing a short video as well. So as I told you, there is Smart India Hackathon every year, and the winners of Smart India Hackathon, they get funding from government. So it's a short video about Smart India Hackathon. Raman ma'am, please tell me if it is visible on screen.
Yes, ma'am. Now it's visible.
Okay.
Bigger actions lead to progress of nation. In this regard, the present government aims to create an environment
think there is some issue.
New creations. New creation lead to bigger actions. Bigger actions to progress of nation.
Excuse me,
This
ma'am.
regard-
Can we move the video and just show the video because subtitles are there?
Just a moment.
aims to
Manjeet, ma'am, as the voice is getting cracked, so what we can do is we can mute the video.
Okay.
Hana, we can mute the video as the subtitles are there. So I think after muting the videos, you simply show the video, and from the subtitles, the things will be clear to students.
Okay, I will do that. But in between, the Prime Minister, he has to say also. Okay, anyways, I will repeat it again. Just hold on. So, is it visible?
Yes, now it's visible. So you can simply run the video by muting it. From subtitles, I think students will be able to understand the things.
Okay.
innovation.
So, I think it will defeat the purpose because were supposed to listen to our Prime Minister. Anyways, I will just forward it from here. So I guess the purpose of running that video, that purpose was defeated because there was no voice. Yes, because there was addressed by our Honorable Prime Minister and then other ministers as well. So I think we should continue with PPTs only, because there was one more video I just really wanted to
Yes, ma'am, it would be better if you continue with the PPT because the voice of the video is getting cracked. What you can do is you can share the link of those videos with the students.
yeah, I can do that. Yeah, that would be a better idea.
Anna, so they can see those videos themselves. You can just share the link and you can continue with your PPTs, ma'am.
Yeah, there's another video. Let me try if I can run that, because I really wanted all to see it. Just give me a moment. I'll just let me try. We can run that. And well, actually, I guess this Google Meet it is getting heavier. That is why we're not able to do that. Anyways, as I was talking about national innovation policy for startups, so let us continue with that only. I hope this screen is visible.
Yes, ma'am, it's visible. You can continue with your lecture.
All right. So the different strategies and governance for promoting entrepreneurship as per NISP policy, it is a major dimension of higher education institutions. Strategies should be to formulate these document in accordance with the NSP and state startup policy. So all the higher education institutes should develop their own policies so that it should be in line with NISP, so that they can have this innovation, and they can promote innovation and startup in their institutions. So they can do through chalking out a mission statement, and there should be entrepreneurial agenda where a senior person at the level of dean, director, or equivalent position should have the control over it, and intra and inter-institutional relations should be promoted, and there should be resource mobilization plans, like as I already told, that higher education institutions, they need to spend 1% of funds, and raising funds from other sources as well. There are state and central agencies, MSMEs are there. Then incubation fund support under CSR section 135 of the Companies Act 2013. There is one thing I want to point out here, that now different companies, they can also invest in these startups. They can also give funds for incubation centers in institutes as per for fulfilling their CSR regulation. So they can also, these higher institutions, they can also get funding and support from their alumni and from different sponsorships and donations. So these are some of the strategies and governance for promoting entrepreneurship. And there should be, in higher educations, they should have maximum participation, student participation, and there should be collaboration with the different agencies, different this with the corporate world, industry, and students. They should be given this facility of incubation for startups, for internships. So these are some of the main highlights of NISP. So I'll be sending you the whole this policy. So I will stop this presentation here because I just wanted that in this special session, I also wanted to speak about innovation. So my next presentation that is about innovation, creative thinking, and innovation. Okay, so I hope you can see the screen. Ma'am, is the screen visible?
Yes, ma'am, it's visible. You can start with your presentation.
Okay. So this lecture, this short small lecture, I will be covering innovation and entrepreneurship, and I will start with this small. Just want to think about it. Do you remember who is this person? Just think, who is this person? He is the youngest entrepreneur. He is Ritesh Agarwal of Oyo Rooms. He is one of the youngest entrepreneur. He started entrepreneurship at the age of 17. And he's one of the successful entrepreneurs. Why he is successful? Because he thought out of box. What is basically innovation? Innovation is thinking out of box. Innovation is thinking what others might have thought about it, but they never thought of implementing it, right? So basically innovation, it starts with first identifying the problem and then finding a solution to it in a new way. Like the way Ritesh Agarwal, he identified that budget hotels, they have a problem because for most of the time of the year their rooms are not occupied. So this was one problem that he noticed, and he also noticed that there are certain people who are not able to get rooms at those people. There are certain people who do certain persons who do not get rooms at lower prices. So both of these problems, he just got a solution of it. What he did, he started with his with a venture on in line with Airbnb. So he became CEO of Oyo Rooms. He started his entrepreneurship at age of 17 only. Okay, and what he did, he launched his first startup at age of 17 with the name of Ravel Travels. So Oyo Rooms was initially a Ravel Travels. So it was modeled after Airbnb. What Airbnb, it is an international international entity. So what Airbnb does, they offer budget rooms to travelers all around the world. People, they can rent out their homes also as per the business model of Airbnb. So in fact, Airbnb is a very good example of innovative idea. So Ritesh Agarwal, he just following that Airbnb model, he started with his Oravel. So later, this Oravel Travels, it was named Oyo Rooms, and he was at the age of 17 only he started that, and at age of 22 years he got a scholarship. He got a scholarship, fellowship of $100,000 to pursue his startup dream. So the thing is, if your idea is good, if you are coming up with something innovative, then there is no stopping you. You will get support. It can be from the government, it can be from your institute, it can be from any other from corporate world, any NGO. So, but the key is never stop innovating. So actually innovation is the key to success, his success as well as other entrepreneurs in today's this business world. There are so many examples that we will be discussing here again. So oil rooms, it was launched in May 2013. It was a unique business idea. So basically it was a hotel aggregation and booking platform. And the beauty of oil rooms is that he does not own any of the room, any of the hotels. He is not owning any of the hotels. The business model is such that it is just just his this collaboration with these hotels, that he's offering them a platform. He's offering a booking platform only. So he has many hotel partners which are signed up with him, and the idea was to sign up hotel partners who would allot a few rooms to OYO in exchange for a monthly fee. And then the company, it would lease the revamp it to a standardized format, because you must have noticed it has a standardized format. All the OYO rooms, they have the same this color and this they have the same standard. There is a standardized format. So the booking was enabled through website or OYO application, and OYO has more than 13,000 franchised and leased hotels, and it has more than 450,000 rooms globally, and it adds almost every year. It keeps on adding almost 64,000 rooms. So its net worth was $10 billion before COVID-19. Okay, so imagine, it has $10 billion, it has its net worth, but still all the OYO rooms, all the hotels that it is owning, that it is working with, they're not his own. So it was a, what are the key takeaways from this short case study? That innovation is key to success, and thinking out of the box, and confidence. He had confidence on his abilities. He had persistence. He wanted to do things, and he followed his gut feeling. And you know, he was a college dropout. Actually, he was enrolled in Indian School of Business and Finance, Delhi, but he left his college so that he could pursue his dream. And for innovation, another important this factor that we always have to keep in mind, that is solving problem. All the innovators in history, if you just study them, the first step was to identify a problem that the people are facing. Okay, and then they got some innovative idea to solve that problem. So basically, creativity and innovation, they go together hand by hand. So creativity is thinking about new things, and innovation is doing new things. So as Peter Drucker, he said, innovation is a specific instrument of entrepreneurship, the act that endows resources with a new capacity to create wealth. So basically, entrepreneurship itself is related to innovation. Nowadays, only those business models, only that business will flourish, will sustain itself, which are innovative. So I'm just giving a quick this some more examples. I guess most of you will not recognize him. Uh, I'm giving you 1 minute to think in your head. Anyways, he is Walt Disney. Walt Disney, he was pioneer in animated cartoons. So you know, at first when he discussed this idea of, and his iconic cartoon was Mickey Mouse. But when he came up with this idea of Mickey Mouse, everyone laughed at him. They said, "What a stupid idea! Who will see a mouse walking and talking?" So, but he believed in his idea, and see, he is one of the iconic this entrepreneur, one of the iconic cartoonist in history. And initially, he himself gave a voice of Mickey to Mickey Mouse. So it's a very good example of innovation. And then I know all of you must be knowing him. He's of course no other than founder of Amazon, Jeff Bezos, and he started with by selling books, Amazon books on e-platform, and now you can see Amazon is the number one website. And then I guess some of you might recognize him. He's Larry Page, founder of Google.
Ma'am, actually, I think the slides are not, we can't see the slides on the screen.
Okay.
It's just the beginnings, the first slide that is visible on the screen. Now you just, okay, yes, now it's visible.
Okay. All right. So hi. Okay. So I will just give you quick what we have. This is Ritesh Agarwal. Oyo rooms. And this innovation is the specific instrument of entrepreneurship that endows resources with a new capacity to create wealth. Peter Drucker. This is Walt Disney. This is Jeff Bezos, and this is Larry Page. He's founder of Google. And this is Pinder Goyal, Zomato CEO. And this is also a very good example of innovation, Zomato. Again, Zomato, it is not owning it does not have its own restaurant or hotels, but still the idea was so innovative that he just identified a problem that people are having this problem. They are they want to eat good food. They do not have time. They can spend, but they cannot travel to and go to the restaurant or hotel. So he came up with the idea of Zomato. Zomato, where at home only you can get delivery of food from any restaurant, any dhaba. He has collaboration with almost all the restaurants, big restaurants as well as small dhaba. So at your home only you can order anything. So this was also a very innovative idea, Zomato. So basically, so this innovation, this is the key to success. And now I'm giving you some ideas that now after post-COVID, so what are the new things that are coming up, new innovative ideas? So there are so many new mobile apps, they are coming up. There's logistics, there's so much scope in logistics, pickup and delivery. There are e-learning and MOOCs, there is healthcare and wellness. That is, these businesses, they have come up with some new innovative ideas. There is skill development, IT and software. These things are booming. And so creativity thinking inspires ideas, ideas inspire change. So with this, I would like to end this session. And if you have any queries, you can reach me at manjeet.e10257@cumail.in. So one more thing, as an innovation ambassador, I can, if any of the student, they have any innovative ideas, so I can be your mentor. And we have, as an innovation ambassador, we are supposed to give mentorship to those students who have some innovative ideas and help them. If you have some innovative design idea, you want to design some new product. So in prototyping, in designing of prototyping, so innovation ambassadors, they have to guide you. So if at any time. If you need any help, any this guidance regarding that, all the students, you can contact me at manjeet.e 10257 at cumail.com.
Ma'am, you can write your email ID in the chat box.
Okay.
Students, please, if you have any questions, you can raise your questions now also. Yes, students, please, if you have any questions, you want to ask our resource person any questions regarding today's lecture, or you want to clarify anything related to today's lecture, you are most welcome to ask the questions.
Hello, sir. Hello, ma'am.
Hanji, beta. Please.
Thank you so much from the share a good information for student. You know, we live in Afghanistan, but here the students have different or good ideas to start business or to start entrepreneurship, but there is no resources. I mean, there is no a facility to carry on this innovation or to implement this invention. How do you think that the student, they have the just idea or they have a creative idea, but how to implement this idea?
Okay, let me tell you. If you have some creative ideas, that is why this innovation cell has been set up in your institute. You can go to your coordinator, you can go to Professor Taranjeet, you can go to Dr. Ramandeep ma'am, they can help you. And of course, there are innovation ambassadors as well. I have shared my email ID. You can speak to me as well. You can contact me as well. But if you have good innovative ideas, that is why MHRD, they conduct these hackathons. They have different competitions from time to time. Like recently in March, they're having Toycathon. In Toycathon, this different new ideas about different toys. They are supporting that also. They will be funding that idea also. The students, even faculty, they are coming up with some prototypes of them, some new innovative toys by using technology. So whichever idea will be better, they will get prizes. So that will be in March, but that contest is closed. But if you will visit MHRD IIC website, there are many contests that are conducted from time to time. And in fact, Professor Taranjeet, she will be informing you about same. So she will get all the information because as you have this institute has set up this IIC, so they will be getting the information. And of course, if you have any good idea, you can go to your this innovation cell. You can talk to your coordinator ma'am, and they will guide you. And of course, if you have good idea, they will forward it. They will forward it to innovation cell, and you will get all the support. Institute is there to support you. MHRD is there to support you.
Yes, Rahman, once we are done with this exams, once your exams are over, so after that you can approach us in the college. So probably by that time college will open and we will start with our offline classes. So at that time you can approach the innovation cell, the coordinator of the innovation cell or any member of the innovation cell. Then we can talk about the ideas in detail. Okay, Rahman, I think you are satisfied with the answer?
Yes, yes, ma'am. I'm totally satisfied from the answer. Yeah, I will do. But you know that we are living so far from, we living still in Afghanistan. But hopefully, if the offline classes will start, I will come out with the new idea and I will share.
Okay.
It doesn't matter if you're from Afghanistan, as long as you're part of this Shri Guru Gobind Singh College, you can avail this facility from innovation cell of this college. You're a student of this college, so you will get the facility. Your idea will be supported. No
Thank you,
worries.
ma'am. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Okay, any other question? So no question? Okay. So thank you, ma'am, for such an informative and thought-provoking lecture. In a very lucid manner, you talked about national innovation and startup policy, highlighting the thrust areas of NISP. Then you tried to make the lecture more interesting and informative by showing the videos, but unfortunately, we could not run those videos properly. So that is just we can say this disadvantage of online mode. Uh, then, then you started with a very interesting topic, that is creative thinking inspire ideas or ideas inspire change. And in a very interesting manner, you talked about the case studies motivating the students, like how they can start up with their own venture, and age, like usually we have this idea like immature minds, they cannot think in a very broad manner, or they cannot come up with a very good idea. But by giving that example of Ritesh Agarwal, you have explained and motivated the students like how at the young age of 17 years he was able to come up with a very brilliant idea, and how he started before COVID, how his annual turnover that was in $1 billion. So thank you so much for a very informative and thought-provoking lecture. And now may I invite the president of Innovation Cell of our college, Dr. Taranjit Rao, to present vote of thanks.
Excuse ma'am.
Yes, beta.
Ma'am, I have a question from Manjeet ma'am.
Please raise your question.
Ma'am, like sometimes we have ideas, but don't finance to execute them. What about that? For like we have
This is
ideas,
what.
but not
So this is
You
what.
are not, your voice is getting cracked. So can you type it in the message box?
ma'am. Ma'am, am I
Yes.
audible?
Yes, Vivek. Now.
Ma'am, I'm saying like sometimes we have ideas, but not so much of finance to execute them.
So that is why this, as I already told you, the innovation cell is set up to identify those ideas which are viable and which are innovative, and which will help the society to solve, which will help in solving some problem, solving some issue. So if your idea is viable enough, if it is contributing to solution of the some problem that the society is facing, of course you will get funding. You will get funding from your institute through MHRD, and you can get funding also through different competitions, participating in different competitions of MHRD IIC. So that is why the innovation cell, the main purpose of innovation cell is to motivate students and to give them support. And in support, we mean support in the form of information, and support in the form of guidance, support in the form of funds. Okay.
Vivek, last month we had organized a lecture by Mr. Paramjeet Singh. He is Director, Regional Center for Entrepreneurship Development. So in his lecture, he had explained about various schemes which are available by the government for financing those ideas. So once your exams are over, you can contact us. We can let you know about those schemes, or we can give you the contact number of Mr. Paramjit Singh. So you can directly approach Mr. Paramjit Singh. He will better guide you, like what all schemes are available under this government of India, and whatever schemes that they are being offered by the government of India, he will let you know about those schemes. So there are numerous schemes available. So you can, after your exams, you can contact us.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Okay, any other question?
Yes, ma'am. I had one question.
Hanji, Ritik.
Ma'am, in case we take fund from MHRD, so in case our startup doesn't work, do we have to return back that fund? Is it a
No,
loan or some? Is it a fund? I want to ask.
no. See, here we are talking about funding. It's not loan. If it would have been loan, that then you had to return it. But when it is funding, then you don't have to return it. In fact, they will be helping you also in setting up the startup.
Okay, ma'am. So, is it limitless funding or any fixed amount that we can take?
It's a fixed amount. It's fixed amount.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
So any other question? Okay, may I request President of Innovation Cell, Dr. Taranjit Rao, to present vote of thanks? Over to you, ma'am.
Yes, thank you, Raman. My warm greetings to all of you. This is my proud privilege to extend my formal vote of thanks on behalf of management, principal, and innovation cell of the college. I express my heartfelt thanks to the eminent speaker of the day, Dr. Manjeet Kaur, MHRD IIC Innovation Ambassador. Ma'am, indeed your words of wisdom have inspired our students. Thank you so much. I would like to thank our principal and vice principal for their enthusiastic support. We have been fortunate to be guided by our institution Innovation Council, which consists of teaching, non-teaching, and student members. They all have been a constant support and have given a lot of encouragement to carry out such important events. My special thanks to all the participants for showing their interest in the webinar. I once again thank everyone for making this program successful. Dear students, my humble suggestion to you is think out of the box, be creative, be innovative. If you can dream it, you can do it. Put your ideas into action and never give up. We, being the member of Innovation Cell, we will be always here for supporting you in the ways in which you want. And you all know that we have signed an MOU with the Regional Center for Entrepreneurship Development, and they are also ready to help us in any ways, and they will be in the form of funding, be in organizing the various courses, development of soft skills, training programs. So it's all up to you how much benefit you would like to extract out of this innovation cell. So this cell will be effective only and only if you encourage us to do more and more activities, and more you uh, force us to do those things, more we will be dynamic in that way, right? So your support is required. So with this warm words and a kind message, we move to a new beginning, right? Thank you once again. Thank you. Have a good day. Thank you.
The session is over, students. Now you can leave the meeting and do fill the form on the link which is given. Okay, beta, please fill that form for the participation certificate. The link is given to you and you have to fill